यत् कारुण्यं वेक्ष भावभरितं सानन्दगीतं सदां तच्चिन्तानिपुणैकशुद्धमतयो ये साधकाः सज्जनाः तेषां लब्धकृपालवेन जननी बोधोदयो मे अभवत् तद्वृत्तं विनिवेद्य साम्प्रतमहं तोषं परं प्राप्तवान्। जानामि धर्मं न च मे प्रवृत्तिर्जानाम्यधर्मं न च मे निवृत्तिः त्वया स्वामिना हृदि स्थितेन यथा नियुक्तो अस्मि तथा करोमि। अंतराय तिमिरौघ शान्तये स्वेष्ट शक्ति करुणारुणाप्रभं सन्तनोतु मुनिवृंद सेवितं भावगम्यम अनिशम शिवम महः। करुणापूरिचित्तां सच्चिद्रूपां परां दिव्यां ब्रह्म सहचरीं तुर्यां बगलां शक्तिं प्रणौमि सौभाग्याम्। सर्वप्रथम माँ भगवती श्री कालिका को एवं गुरुदेव को मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ। देन आई वुड स्टार्ट what I have to say. Namaskar. Today we are going to discuss about Shri Kalasamkarsini. Shri Kalasamkarsini is Kali only. Bhagavati Shri Kali only is known as Shri Kalasamkarsini. Shri Kali is called as Kali because she does Kalan of Kal. Means she operates, she moves the time. That is why she is called as Kali or Kal Sankarshini. She does Sankarshan of time. Sankarshan means to move, to operate the time. And this is called as Kalan. Kalan is a Sanskrit word which does not have any specific English meaning. Kalan is Kalan only. There is no separate meaning for this word. And this Kalan she does while being in two states. First is Akram, then another one is Kram. Akram state is the state in which she stays when there is no creation at all, there is no universe at all. So it is said that Sarvam evayam vagrupah paramarshah kramik eva antah samvinmayastvakram eva iti sadaiv evamevam vidhaiva evamev vichitra parameshwari parabhattarika. What does it mean? It means when we know that the entire creation is evolution of Paravak. So when she keeps Paravak, Paramarsh, or means deliberation of Paravak within herself, and in that state, the Samvid, there is no sequence. Kram means sequence. There is no sequence in Samvid. Samvid is without any sequence because it is within her only. Iti sadaiv evam evam vidhaiva evam ev vichitra parameshwari parabhattarika. So in that state, when there is no external deliberation of Paravak and the entire Samvid resorts within, in that state she is called as Akram. This is state of Vishwotirna Shiva. But when Bhagavan Shiv wants to appear as this word for the sake of his pleasure only, Bhagavati does Kalan and then Shri does Kalan in and deliberates herself in 12 forms. So that is called as Kram, means a sequence develops. She does it sequentially. So there is a step-by-step sequences there. So what is that definition of Kram? If I say so, as per Ishwar Pratyabhigya Vimarshani, वक्षमाणेश्वर स्वातंत्र रूप देश काल शक्त्युपकल्पितः क्रमः देश काल परिपाटी. Means the Ishwar which we have talked about, Bhagavan Shiv, okay, when he wants to create himself as this word, he expands sequentially himself only as per space and time. So as per space means there are 14 bhuvan, 14 bhuvan, chaturdash bhuvan are there, and then kal is there, time is there. So in 14 bhuvans means and then not only 14 bhuvan, we will say that all the 36 tattvas, 36 tattva jitne bhi hain, all the 36 tattvas have their specific bhuvans. Okay, so means Prithvi up to universe, this universe means the end of universe, which is Satyalok. So up to this entire specific substratum, this architecture lies within Prithvi Tattva. Above that there is Jal Tattva, like that Maya, Shuddha Vidya. Even in Shakti and Sadashiv stages also, means space is there, and in that space also the words are there. However, in Shuddha Adva Tattvas, the words which exist have species who do not have physical body like us. They are called as Abhav, means they don't have physical body. However, the Tattvas which are in Ashuddha Adva, means from Maya up to Prithvi, Mahamaya up to Prithvi, the spaces of these Tattvas have species with physical body. And the body is as per that particular tattva only. For example, in Jal Tattva, body would be of the form of Jal only. Agni Tattva, body would be of the form of Agni only. So, before we go further in details of Kramakali, because I tell you Shri Kalasamkarsini and Kramakali, both are same. There is no difference. And Shri Kalasamkarsini and Kramakali are same. There is no difference at all. Shri Kalasamkarsini is whole soul name, means the complete name of all those 12 Kalis together are Shri Kalasamkarsini, because she does Kalan in 12 different forms and in 5 different ways. So we will discuss all that, but first of all let us understand why she is, what is the, in layman language, what is Kramakali. Okay, so for example, for this I would like to give you an example. Suppose you are passing by a road daily and you see a shopping mall. Every time you see and you think that okay, one day I shall go inside this shopping mall, I will do shopping here, I do not know. And people, there is huge buzz about that shopping mall. Everyone is talking about it. What a wonderful shopping mall is it? And so many good things are sold here. Means everything is available, this, that. And you have a thought in your mind that one day I will go and do the shopping in this mall. So one day you plan and go inside, you do shopping, and you also roam around and see the entire shopping mall. And you come out. When you come out and again pass by that road next day, you will again see that shopping mall. So, but this time your view, your perception towards that shopping mall would change, because now you know what is there inside that shopping mall. You have acknowledged, you have realized. It's not acknowledgement, it is realization. You have realized that what is there inside that shopping mall, what kind of fun is available, means the joy of shopping which you would done. So how that joy would be, and okay, so what are all shops, what is happening there. So all that you would come to know. So the similar concept is in case of Kramakali also. You start as a Jeev at the level of Srishti Kali, and then at the level of Shri Mahabhairav Chandogra Ghora Kali, when you reach on the level of 12th form of Shri Kalasamkarsini, which she has deliberated, you would get to know that throughout this journey you would come to know that this entire creation is nothing but Chid Vilas. This is pleasure of Chid Tattva, means Chid real, that real Chid Tattva is there. So it is deliberation of that only. Nothing else is there in this world except Shiv and Shiva. Nothing. Shiv only is Shiva. He only appears in the form of Shiva. And in case of Shakta Sampradaya, it is said that Shakti only has appeared in the form of Shiv, and then this word. So Anuttar would be correct word, because at the level of Anuttar there is no Shiv and Shakti bhed. It is called as 37th Tattva also, because it is above Shiv and Shakti. So at the level of Anuttar, you will not see any kind of difference. So that Anuttar only you will see all around when you will, by the virtue of sadhana, when you will reach to the level of Shri Mahabhairav Chandogra Ghora Kali. So, but when you will, after completing this sadhana and reaching to the level of Shri Mahabhairav Chandogra Ghora Kali, when you will see this entire world in which you are sitting, means right now you are sitting in a room, you can see that okay, this is that, it's too cold here, and you are wearing too much woolen clothes also, books are lying, everything. But when you will reach to that level, again you will be in the same room. But at that time, you would have realized that what actually all these things are, what is this pleasure, what is this weather, okay, and what are these objects. So subjective and objective existence, which is called as Neel and Sukh. Neel stands for objective existence, subjective means Sukh. Sukh means these cold, winter, then summer, heat, joy and pleasure and sorrow, then all these objects. So subjective and objective or existence of nil or sukh, you would come to realize that there is nothing but Bhagavati Shri Kalasamkarsini only, who is spirit all around. Nothing else is there. Even your body, your blood, you means saturated fat, whatever is inside and outside, whatever is there in this universe, everywhere you will see that only Shri Kalasamkarsini is there. So this is so the krama means the sequence. Krama Kali means the sequence of Kali by which you will reach to the level where you will see everything spread all around. Now I would like to tell you that as I have said, she does Kalan in 5 ways. So Kalan we have already discussed. Kalan does not have any English word. It's, as I have told you, it's Kalan is Kalan only, means to to operate the time. Okay, Kal ka Kalan ka. She does Kalan of Kal. She does Kalan of time, means she operates the time. Okay, so she does it in 5 ways. So Mahamaheshwar Acharya Gupta ji says, Kshepo Jnanam cha Sankhyanam Gatir Nada iti kramat Swatmano Bhedanam Kshepo Bhedita Syavikalpanam Jnanam Vikalpa Sankhyanam Anyato Vyati Bhedanat Gati Saruparohitvam Pratibimba Vadev Yat Nada Swatma Paramarshah Eshata Tad Vilopanat Iti Panchvidham Enam Kalanam Kurvati Para Devi Kali Tatha Kalakashani Cheti Kathyate. So in the last line he says, the last line of this set of shlokas, he says, the one who does this is called as Devi Kali and Kala Karshini, or Kalasamkarsini also. So the 5 ways in which Kalan is done is called as Kshep, Gyan, Sankhyan, Bhed, Kshep, Gyan, Sankhyan, Gati and Nad. So Kshep is to stop. Okay, so to stop someone. So the thing is that Shiv becomes Jeev. So this is called as Kshep. Okay. And then Gyan. Gyan is Mayi Gyan. Maya, Gyan of Mayi Umal ka Gyan. This is Gyan of Mayi Umal. Means you are able, means Maya, everything, this me, this that, like that. And then Sankhyan means Sankhyan is to count. Okay, means okay, this is that. So first 3 are look, Ano Maye, Karma Bal are there. Sankhyan, in the Sankhyan level, you will be Sankhyanam Anyato Vyati Bhedanat. Jnana Vikalpa, Gyan will produce the Vikalp. Okay, you thought. And Sankhyanam Anyato Vyati Bhedanat means okay, today, tomorrow, then after that I will have to do this, all that. So that kind of thing develops in mind. So first she makes Bhagwan Shiv only as Jeev for the pleasure of him only. And when for the sake of his liberation, she does Kalan of him, Gati, she does Gati Kalan of him. So Gati is Saruparohitvam Pratibimba Vadevayat. So in Gati is means to attain something. Gati is a very sacred word in Sanskrit. Okay, it means that someone has attained a level. So that is called as Gati. So a level is attained where Swaruparohitvam means a real form of the self is realized. And then Nada Swatma Paramarsha Eshata Tadvilopanat. At the level of Nad, Swatma Paramarsha only would happen. Means Aham Pratyaumarsh would happen. What is Aham Pratyaumarsh? Aham Pratyaumarsh may A stands for Shiv and Ha stands for Shakti and Ma stands for Jeev. So Pratyaumarsh means deliberation, self-deliberation. So at that level you will be able to deliberate that this entire creation, which comprises of Shiv, who himself became Shakti, and by the virtue of his Shakti he has become Nar or human being. So Trik is there. Shiv, Shakti and Nar is called as Trik. So a Trik has been developed. So you would be able to realize, you will be able to continuously deliberate all around. When you will reach the level of Nad Kalan, when Bhagavati Shri Kalasamkarsini will do Nad Kalan, you would be able to deliberate all around that, okay, this is, I am Shiv only, by the virtue of my Shakti only, I have deliberated myself as Jeev. This is very generic definition of Aham Pratyaumarsh, means you would be able to deliberate Aham only. And this Aham Pratyaumarsh is called as virile of, or means potential energy of all the mantras of this world. No matter which religion, whatever, means no matter which mantra you talk about. no matter which mantra. Means Shaiva mantra, Shakta mantra, Vaishnava mantra, Saur mantra, Gadapa mantra, whatever mantra is there. All the mantras have the virile of all the mantras of this are this Aham Pratyamarsh only. Means at the level when your mantra would be, when you will accomplish the mantra, in the real accomplishment of mantra would be that you have realized that you only are Shiv, and by the virtue of your Shakti you have become human being. So the your real state is Shiv. So when you will realize that, means your mantra siddhi has really occurred. So this is called as Aham. So he says, iti panchavidham enam kalanam kurvati para devi kali tatha kalakarshini cheti kathyate. So as she does kalan in this panchavid, means 5 ways, she is called para devi does kalan in these 5 ways, she is called as Devi Kali and Kalakarshini. Otherwise also the same Kalakarshini Devi is called as Anyatha tu samatri sadbhav vameshwariti kauliki shakti ti vyapadishyate. Otherwise also she is called as Kauliki Shakti. Kauliki means to do ashan, means she swells herself. Like when a lady becomes pregnant, it could be called as Ashani Bhav. She has become pregnant, she has another life within. So the same way, but ladies would give birth to that baby. Here in Shakti would become pregnant, but there is no means physical birth. Everything would be there within herself only. Because here outside Shakti there is nothing. So if suppose you will say that okay, she will throw out something, so if there is nothing outside her, so there is no chance of throwing out anything out of her body. So that Shakti who does this kind of means deliberation, means swelling of herself, in which she keeps everything, then she is called as Kauliki Shakti. A very secret thing has been told, which I will tell in the terms of indications only. Visarg, in Sanskrit, Visarg is there, 2 dots are put in, like Ramaha, Shyamaha. So in these you will see that in the last 2 dots are put, upper dot and lower dot. This is called as Visarg. This Visarg only is Shakti. When she does Ashani Bhav, she becomes Ha. So that is why Ha is called as Shakti Bij. So Aham mein Ha, that is why Ha is called Shakti Bij. And A is Anuttar because A is first letter of Matrika. So Aham. So one who knows the real essence only is Jnana Vidhanam Matrika, Jnana Adhishthanam Matrika. It is said in Shiva Sutra, and this only is Matrika Chakra. That is another topic. We will talk about Matrika Chakra some days, on some other day. So it is said that Matri Sadbhav Sangyas te nokta yat pramatrishu eta vadananda samvetva pramartitvam sputi bhavet vameshwariti shabdena prokta Shri Nishi Sanchare. She is called as Vameshwari Nishi Sanchar, and she is called as Matri Sadbhav. So all these things are again. So how, now the question is how this deliberation of means how that Akramakali, who is in Vishwatirna state, becomes Kramakali, means deliberates herself in 12 forms for this 5-way Kalan. So now we will discuss that how it happens. So to explain this, Mahameshwar Acharya Abhinavgupta gives example of our eyes. Okay, so we have, you know that we in general human beings have 2 eyes, but in reality there are 3 eyes. So third eye, as it is awakened by the virtue of yoga sadhana, it is not discussed in general. Okay, so the thing is that we if you will see our eyes, if you will see your eyes, so you will see that there is a outside the ball, white ball, there is a red circle. So that red circle represents the Dwadashar Chakra, or means 12 cornered chakra, and it is called a sthiti avastha or state of operation. There are specific reasons why it is called so, because we have to conclude this discussion in limited time period, and again why it is called so is subject of sadhana. It is not for a public discussion, so I am not taking up, I am simply telling you the crux. Why, how does it happen? So simply a crux is given. Otherwise complete logics are there, so there is no doubt how it is happening and what it is happening, so there shall not be any kind of doubt in it. Okay, so that red circle is called as Dwadashara Chakra, and then white Shwet Mandal means white circle inside is called as your Srishti Avastha. That is called as Srishti Avastha, means state of creation, that white circle. And then inside that you will see that there is black and white mixed grayish colored ball is there. So that is called as Ashtar Chakra, that is Bhairav Chakra. Okay, and that white chakra, which is Srishti Avastha Chakra, is called as Shweta Mandal, means that is called as Shodashar Chakra. Shodashi Shakti Chakra is there. And then inside the Puttalika, the dark black dot inside, in Sanskrit it is called as Puttalika, in English means I cannot recall the word. So that black, deep black dot inside the center, in the center of eyes, is called as Anakhya Chakra. It is also called as Kumarika Chakra. So Kumarika Chakra. Okay. So now the fact is that it is said that Ityadyuktya Srishtyadi Panchavidikrityakari Parameshwarah Tau Yatha Sravata Srishtim Krutah Tathate Shodashashtare Nisanshaya Amritasya Somatmana Prameyasya Agnesh Pramatuh. Now the fact is that when your Shodashar Chakra and Ashtar Chakra copulate together, okay, when they come together, okay, so the elixir Amrit trickles from them, and from that Amrit only the creation comes into being. From that the trickling of Amrit, Kal comes into existence. Kal means time. Your time comes into existence. Means Kalan of Kal happens by the virtue of that. Okay, so now what happens when it is very means everyone is able to understand what is copulation and what happens by the virtue of copulation. That is not something which is out of the word which I am telling you. So Amrit trickles from that, and by the virtue of that trickling elixir, Acharya Abhinavgupta gives an example. Yatha yonischa lingam cha sanyoga sravato amritam tatha amritagni sanyogad dravataste na samshayah. Okay, so means the way ling and yoni when come together, elixir trickles. Same way when Shodashar Chakra means 16 cornered chakra and 8 cornered chakra, which is Bhairav Chakra and Shakti Chakra, 8 cornered chakra is Bhairav Chakra and Shakti Chakra come together, then elixir trickles, and by the virtue of that elixir, it is said that tat chakra pidanat ratrau jyotir bhatyarka somagam tam drishta paramam jyosnam kala jnanam pravartate. There is dark night all around, because I tell you why Kali is called as Kali. No, she is not of black complexion, to be honest. She is not of black complexion at all, because when she deliberates, there is nothing. There is no light at all, because Prakash is Shiva only and Vimarsh is a Shakti. So at that time when Shiva is in Vishwottiyana stage, that only is the stage when Kali prevails. So when there is no light at all, when there is no Prakash at all, what will you see? So there will be darkness only. And as per science also you will see, as per science also, when the light is not there, you will not be able to see anything. It does not mean, suppose you enter in a room, there is no light and darkness spreads. So you cannot say that, okay, everything is, there is nothing and darkness only in this room, nothing else is there. There will be objects. When light will be glowing, you will see, even you may find that the walls of room are white, even the furniture, furnishing, everything is white. But when the light is not there, you will not be able to see that. So there is darkness all around. Tam drishta paramam jyosnam kala jnanam pravartate. Okay, so when these two chakras come together, in that night, jyosna or light splendors, and by the virtue of that, means trickling of that Amrit also, you can see the light splendors, and you then kala jnanam pravartate, then the knowledge of Kal happens. So this only is shape. First stage of shape is this only. The knowledge of Kal happens at that time. Now what happens if suppose, and now as Kal is Bhairav, I tell you Kal is Bhairav. because Bharan and Ravan is because Bhairav, if you will see the etymological origin of word Bhairav from Bharan and Ravan also, the Riksh means nakshatra chalan, opera means kalan of nakshatra also means then movement of nakshatra also. So by the virtue of all those, he is called as Bhairav. So in Kala Bhairav is one of his name. This is the reason why he is called, because when we say Ashta Bhairav, 8 Bhairav are there, so all those Bhairav are one. When we say okay Ruru Bhairav, Krodha Bhairav, so only one quality of that of Bhairavji is considered, and by the virtue of that a Saguna form is deliberated by our seers, our rishis. So otherwise it is not like that. Okay, so Bhairav, because Kal is Bhairav, so now the doubt comes in mind, because as Bhairav represents Sanghar Avastha and Bhairavi represents Srishti Avastha, so how the word would come into being? So now Acharya Abhinavgupta answers this question while saying that there is one more chakra above all these chakras, and that chakra is sahasraram bhave chakram tabhyam upari samsthitam tatash chakra samudbhutam brahmandam tadudahritam. There is one more chakra, that is Sahasrar chakra, which is above that chakra, and from that chakra only Brahmand etc have evolved. Tatrastham munchate dharam somo yagni pradipitah srijati tham jagat sarvam atmanyatma anyanantakam, means from that only various, not only normal, specific, very special lokas also, means those of Sadashiv Tattva, Shakti Tattva, lokas of those Tattva also come into being. So how does it happen? He consistently releases that Sahasrar Chakra continuously trickles elixir till the time Shodash Dvadasharabhyam Ashtareshvat Sarvashah Evam Kramena Sarvat Chakreshu Amritam Uttamam Soma Sravati Yavacha Panchanam Chakra Padhati. He continuously trickles the elixir. Sahasra continuously trickles the elixir till the time these 5 chakras like Shodashar, Dwadashar and Ashtar, Chaturdal, all these chakras do not satiate. Okay, so when all these chakras when satiate, means when they become satisfied, till that so satiation means, so at this process only, okay, at this process only, from Sahasrar up to your pad, means feet, all the lokas, all the bhuvans come into being. So free means from Rasatal, means from the lowest, that is the place where Ananta Bhattara resorts, Kalagniruddha Anant. So from that up to Sahasrar, means Shiva Lok, all the lokas come into Shakti Lok, all the lokas come into being, and not only these lokas, in if you will read Sri Tantra Lok, Erthani, you will see that even there are stages like in Rodhini Nad Nadant also, the creations have been discussed. So all those come into being, and by the virtue of this trickling of elixir, okay, by the virtue of trickling of this elixir, these words come into being. Okay, so this is the process how the word comes into being. Okay, so then Acharya Abhinavgupta all of a sudden says, "Nad vyakhyatam to nirbhaje yato ati rahasyakam." He stops telling this thing. Okay, he does not explain it further, what is happening after this thing. Okay, it is okay, because we were talking about the Dwadashakali, so how this origin etc. has came into being. He stops telling this thing. Now for just to give you a brief idea why he chose eye only, means netra mein eye is a red circle and then white circle, why only eye was chosen. So the fact is that, as I have said, there are 3 eyes, so they represent Sur, sun, moon and fire. Okay, Surya Chandra and Agni. Now the fact is that when the sun heats moon, the creation happens, Srishti happens, creation happens. And when the sun heats Agni, then Sanghar happens. And when the 3 stay in the state of equilibrium, Okay, when the three stay in the state of equilibrium, then only the world would exist. This only is known as Kam Kala Tattva, and this Kam Kala Tattva only is called as Shri Kam Kala Kali. Otherwise, okay, so in the state of equilibrium, when the elixir would trickle and the words would come into being, the three means Agni, Surya and Som, the three would be in the state of equilibrium. There will not be no one will be high and no one would be low, means all would be in equal proportion in that state. Okay, so the fact is, in that state, in that state, what you will observe is that the creation has happened. Now, for going on further, Acharya Abhinavgupta says that then this human body comes into being, and he gives a secret in indicated manner. He tells the secret in indicated manner. He says that all indriya sense of organs which are there inside body have 12 rashmis. Okay, these are deliberation of those 12 Kali Shaktis only. So Srishti Kali is first Kali, then there Shri Srishti Kali, Shri Rakta Kali, Shri Sthiti Nasha Kali, Shri Yama Kali, Shri Sanghara Kali, Shri Mrityu Kali, Shri Rudra Kali, Shri Martandi Kali, Shri Paramarka Kali, Shri Kalagni Rudra Kali, Shri Mahakali, and Shri Mahabhairav Chandogra Ghora Kali. So 12 Rashmis of sun or of these Shaktis are there in all these Indriyas, and these Indriyas are operated by Karaneshwari Shaktis, Karaneshwari Devi. So Karaneshwari, it is said that those seekers who you would have seen, there are various Siddha Mahapurushas who do not have physical gurus. You will find that there are various Siddha Purush, Siddha Sadhaks who do not have physical gurus. So how does it happen? Because they are initiated by Karaneshwari Devis. Okay, you will not see that any physical guru going to them and giving them any mantra, and you will find that they are Siddha Purush. Even their Abhishek, Diksha, everything would be done by Karaneshwari Shaktis. Okay, so that is the fact. So that Karaneshwari only is a Karaneshwari Shakti only is a representation of Kalasamkarsini only. And when you will do this Krama Kali sadhana, okay, when you will do this Krama Kali sadhana, what will happen? That from Srishti Kali you will reach to Mahabhairav Chandogra Ghora Kali, and by the virtue of those Indriya sense of organs, your soul would become free of three mal, Anav, Karma and Mayumal, because your Indriyas would be purified. You will reach to the level. Shuddha Adhva means your Desh Adhva and Kala Adhva, your space and time Adhvas would be purified, and that at that level you will see that Chid Vilas only is happening all around. This is also known as Chid Gagan Chandrika as a scripture. Means Chid Chidakash is said, means the Akash of Parmeshwar, that Vyom, Param Vyom. Okay, Shiv. Chid means Shiv. You take it as Shiv only, then in the space of Shiv only. Chandrika means the light, the rays. So those rays are Chid Gagan Chandrika, means the rays of that space which is of Shiv only. Shiv only pervades in that space in pure form. Not like in this universe where Shiv pervades in Jiva form, like we and me, you, everyone is Shiv only, even this table, chair, everything is Shiv. We can speak because we are allowed to speak, because some level of consciousness is given there inside us. These table, etc. do not have consciousness at all. Okay, so we find that okay, they do not do anything on them because their consciousness is zero. We have some consciousness, but the thing is everyone is Shiv. So at that stage you will be able to realize this. Now how the sadhana is told. So for this I would like to tell you that if you will understand the scheme of fourth, chaturth ahanik of Shri Tantralok, means fourth ahanik of Shri Tantralok, which is Shaktopaya Prakash. So you Shaktopaya ahanik, so you would be able to understand that what is how this sadhana is done. So first of all, he talks about Sattarka, then he talks about Guru. Okay, who is Guru? And then he talks about this what we have discussed just now, Shodashar Chakra, and means 12 corner chak, 16 corner chak. And then he takes up this before that he talks about Jap Mantra and Puja also. So for Puja he says Puja Nam Viminnas Bhavogas Syapi Sangati Swatantra Vimalanant Bhairavi Chidatmanam. Whenever at any point of time, suppose you are doing puja and while offering flower only, when you realize that Chid only, which is this is Chid Akash only, and we are in Chid Avastha only, means Aham Pratyomar deliberates in you. At that stage only your puja would be complete. So that only is puja, means to realize the self is only the real puja. Mudra, everything is, he tells. So here he talks about antar sadhana, means intrinsic sadhana. That is like in Sri Vidyakram, it is called as samayachara sadhana. Here it is intrinsic sadhana. So in this case, you will see, what you will see is that when in this sadhana you will not find any outside means support, like okay, yantra will be there, mala, you have to offer flower, bali, nothing is there in this kind of sadhana. Only intrinsic sadhana has to be done, no extrinsic sadhana has to be done. So in this sadhana you have to, means it shall be done in the company of Guru. I do not know, to be honest. Bahya sadhana, I know there are few places, but intrinsic sadhana, personally, I do not know that where it is happening right now, because it is a very, means rare kind of sadhana and high level of sadhana. Not everyone can do it also. This intrinsic antar sadhana of Sri Kalasamkarsini Kramakali, which has been explained in fourth Ahanika of Srimad Tantra Lok. So in that you have to stay secluded, and then you have to deliberate the 12 forms of Sri Kalasamkarsini. Okay, you will have to deliberate those 12 forms, and you will have to realize all those forms by your yogic practices. But for this you need Guru, and enough cannot be told. So this way, that this is about Sri Kalasamkarsini Kramakali. Now the Bahya sadhana also is given. So for Bahya sadhana, I would suggest one shall see Sri Mahakala Samhita, Gohikali Khand, Srishti Kram, Sthiti Kram, Sanghar Kram and Anakya Kram sadhana has been told. Puja Paddhati is told. Even mantra is also given. I would like to tell you that in Srimad Tantra Lok you will see that in starting Aniks, Acharya Abhinavgupta keeps on saying that okay, only Gyan is supreme. But after 15th Ahanik he becomes Udbhat Karmakandi. In 15th Ahanik he becomes Udbhat Karmakandi. What he does is he starts explaining Karmakand. So he has explained the Karmakand based puja of Sri Kramakali also, and there are few places. I will only give a hint how it is, what is the essence of Kramakali in Bahya sadhana. So you might have heard about Panchamundi, Trimundi Asan. So similarly there are more asanas. So Panchamundi stands for Panchapretasan. Panchamundi means 5 skulls are buried inside the ground and on which the seeker sits and does sadhana. So that represents Panchapretasan. Pret, see, Bhoot, Pret in Sanskrit is Bhoot, Pret, Vetal, Pishach. All these people simply think that all are same. It is not true. Bhoot is ghost. Okay. And Pret is a soul when someone dies. Okay. But his last rites have not completed. So till the time last rites are not completed, that person would be Pret. So Pret means a migrating soul. So Panchapretasan, when we say Panchapretasan, so you will see that four Panchapretasan Singhasan of Sri Mahatripura Sundari, you will see that 4 legs represent Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh and Rudra, and then Sadashiv himself becomes means what I say, lays down on Paryank, and Bhagavati Sri Mahatripura Sundari sits on his chest on a flower, on a lotus. Okay, lotus flower, lotus. So the thing is, Panchapret means Sadashiv Tattva. And then Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh and Rudra are Ishwar Tattva. So above Ishwar Tattva and Sadashiv Tattva there is Shakti. It represents that. So even so in Kramakali, when we say Anuttar Tattva, okay, so above Shakti there are 4 more stages. Okay. So after those 4 Unmana, at the level of Unmana, okay, we worship Sri Kalasamkarsini Kali because Sri is at Vishwottirna level. So more senior, more higher level of asan is implemented there. This kind of sadhana is happening because it is quite secret, and I am not supposed to tell. My Guru, Sri Gurudev, Sri Ghoreshwar Mahaprabhu has not allowed me to speak on this topic publicly. Okay, so I cannot explain it a lot. Sometimes I spoke also, so I had to face punishment for that. So I am not explaining in further details why it is happening. This kind of sadhana is happening, means Bahya sadhana is happening. There are places where it is happening, but it is not the subject of public discussion. Now I will like to tell you one more thing and I will conclude the discussion. If you will see that, as I told that in This is something which I left, which I forgot, so I am taking up again. So if you see the Kali, Shri Kram Kali, so as I said, in your senses of organ, 12 rays are there. Okay, so there are 12 months, 12 rashis, means zodiac signs. Okay, even sun is considered as 12. Okay, so the fact is that those 12 suns only were worshipped as Shri Kram Kali in Vedic period. So this is all what I would like to, what I had to say, and thank you for your time. Namaskar.